Today I'm heading to a place called İçmeler or something like that, and so far I've walked past restaurant after restaurant after restaurant, all offering an English breakfast. Now I'm going to wait until I get to İçmeler, which is about an hour and 10 minutes walk away, because there's a place there that does an English breakfast that is apparently the best in Marmaris, according to a drunken guy on the boat trip. And he should know, because after all, he was a drunken guy on a boat trip. So I'm going to take his word. I'm going to walk along this road for an hour and 10 minutes to a place called Florida. And let's see if their breakfasts are as good as what the drunken man on the boat says they are. Well, look at that for a luxury hotel. Now, all the restaurants that I've passed all advertise Heinz beans and HP sauce. And when he was describing the breakfast he had at Florida, he said the beans were Heinz-ish. There's a lot of food connoisseurs in Marmaris, so I'm going to be interested to see just what Heinz-ish beans taste like. It's getting cheaper as we move further out of the city. Started off at £4.50 for a full English, then it was £4. Now we've got £3.50. So who knows? By the time we get to whatever that place is called, it might be about £2. The English breakfasts have got more expensive again, back to £4.50. And just on this little stretch here, they do £4.70 now. Bloody hell. It'll be about £15 by the time I get to where I'm going. Guy just tried to get me in the shop, asked me what aftershave is popular in my hometown. What the bloody hell do I know? I still wear dupe, and I've had that bottle about 10 years. Ah, we have coffee, finally. I'm now fueled on coffee for the rest of the journey. Probably about halfway there now, I think. I've just come to the end of the main Marmaris resort, and I think where I'm heading is at the other side of this great big hill. I've just spotted a bus coming back this way, so getting the bus back is an option. Google Maps is taking me right to the cafe for my English breakfast, and from there I can then walk down and see the whole beach, the cove, appear before my very eyes. Well, I'm hoping that if I do have to walk back, that I can actually walk along the coast. And Google Maps kind of suggests that that's not possible, because parts of the coast are private resorts. So I may have to walk back this way, at least some of the way, and then drop down to the beach. Well, this is İçmeler then. It's very nice, isn't it? Apparently it's very quiet down there, according to a drunken man on the boat. I can see all the kind of sun loungers on the beach, but I can't see anyone on them. So yeah, it looks pretty impressive. Now will this take me down to the beach? No, it won't. I've not checked Google Maps for quite a while, and I just had a look, and I'm nearly walking past the bloody place. I missed my turn off to get to the cafe, but luckily I looked at the maps just at the top of the street, and the cafe is right down here. So very soon, after quite a long and pretty dull walk, I will be sat down eating an English breakfast. Right then. Oh, in fact I can see it, Florida. Looks quite busy as well. It's on my right hand side, so I need to cross over, see if I can get past Mr. Cheap shopping centre without being pulled inside. This place is very busy. I might not even get a table. I'm expecting that. No, no, there's one. How much for the full English?
£2.40.
£2.40?
Yes.
Well, let's go for that then. Full English, £2.40. That's crazy. Well, let's see how good it is, but for that price, bloody hell. Sunday lunch, they do fish and chips here as well. Much cheaper than I've seen it in Marmaris. Well, the breakfast came almost immediately, and check this out. Can't complain at that, £2.40. Even got the HP and half a litre of Coke. Wonderful. So if you're in İçmeler, you have to come to this place. It's called Florida, and a full English breakfast, £2.40. And it doesn't lack in quality. It's probably the best English breakfast I've had since, well, I was in England. Big thumbs up for Florida in İçmeler. Turns out, if you want a recommendation for a good English breakfast in Marmaris, always listen to Drunken Men on Boats. The drunken man on the boat was right about it being quiet here as well. There's hardly anyone around, apart from in the Florida cafe, which was filled with English people enjoying bacon butties and fish and chips and English breakfasts. Well, here we are then, the beach of İçmeler. And see, this is the road when I walked up all there, so the road goes right round this huge hill. Marmaris is at the other side. Very nice. Nice little stroll around the town. It's very beautiful. If you want to come on a holiday, it's just as nice as Marmaris, probably a little less English in terms of like the bars and stuff like that. And yeah, it probably is a bit nicer than Marmaris, to be honest. In fact, is this my bus? Well, the bus was full. That's not a good sign. Do I need to go over there and catch it earlier? Because that bus was absolutely packed. Now, I don't know how regular these buses are. I'm hoping they're not too irregular, otherwise I'm going to be sat here for a long time. My final night in Marmaris, decided to come for a few beers, and I looked on Google Maps to the closest bar near me, and it's this place called Castle Bar, and I am right now at the highest point in Marmaris. You can see the views. And just over here, this is Roman Abramovich's yacht, which he had to move out of England, and more over here. £750 million that thing's worth. I've made my way to what is known as the Dancing Fountain, where according to the Marmaris tourist info website, at 8:30 every night we get a music and light show. Now it's about 25 past now. It doesn't look like there's much going on, to be honest. I would have thought that if there was anything about to happen, there'd be people here waiting for it. Or there's just so few tourists that they don't know that it's about to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. There's a policeman over here, I'll go and ask him. I just asked the policeman and he said, not yet. Now I don't know whether that means not yet as in not yet because we're not in the season, or not yet as in another 5 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen, is it really? This place advertises fish and chips, and I've walked past it a couple of times. It's quiet, but there's a few people in, and it does say large FS 25. Now I've just paid 60. So the fountain's definitely not happening. I've just asked the people in this bar, which is right next to the fountain, and it's probably not going to start well about May time. But this place does very, very cheap fish and chips with mushy peas. But they've just brought over this quite impressive tray of condiments, but there's no vinegar. There's salt, there's mayonnaise, there's ketchup, there's chili sauce, there's brown sauce, there's soy sauce and olive oil. Soy sauce and olive oil and fish and chips. So we'll see. I'll ask them when they come if they've actually got a random bottle of vinegar going somewhere. I'm sure they must have. All the English people that come in here for fish and chips are going to ask for salt and vinegar, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, check this out. 2 pieces of fish, loads of chips, a big bloody bowl of mushy peas, and that's not olive oil, that's actually vinegar. So I'm all good to go. That looks absolutely amazing. So here we are, this is it in English style where everything's just piled on one plate. That's just unbelievable. That's £5 something for that. Happy days.